All right, welcome. This is Skip Roncal. I'm the founder of Mobeliz. I want to take just a couple of minutes to give you a quick overview of the Mobeliz System Architect. What you see on the screen on the left-hand side is basically the development environment. So if I close this down, you can see that I've got my natural language input area here, and then I have a series of different implementation plans. In this particular case, I was asking for some product marketing content, basically describe the application based on what we've built so that I could use that for product marketing. On the right hand side, you actually see the application. So this was one of the first apps that I built, and the design goal here is to really provide business analysts or junior application developers inside of corporations an ability to quickly prototype applications, but to do so within the context of enterprise architectures. And so the goal here was to establish a 6-phase methodology that one could walk through and ensure that they were meeting some of the requirements, some of their enterprise architecture requirements. And so you can see here that I have 6 phases designed, and I can go through each one of these phase by phase. So the first phase is define the project scope, requirements, and initial configuration. So if we can launch that and look at that. But if we look over on the nav bar, you can see that I can also manually navigate through all those. I can do some user assignment and deployment steps as well. And then I have a DevOps environment. And so let's look at the steps quickly. So if I go out and I review this, what you'll see is that at the very top it says that I'm working with an IT portfolio management demo data. So I provide demo data as part of the application to just help you onboard and learn how the system works. I can reload this, start fresh. If I put in that I want to build an IT portfolio management application, I can define the description here. The more thorough this is, the more complete the rest of the information is. And when I select yes, you can see that it highlights the business functions, the types of stakeholders that would use it, some of the requirements, and I can add a new requirement here. You can see that I have functional requirements, so track the project in progress, manage the resources, generate portfolio. And then I have some non-functional. It needs to support 1,000 users concurrently. Response time needs to be under 2 seconds. And then I can write some constraints, right? So they can be technical, business, or regulatory constraints. And then I can select go, and it'll start the configuration, and I can move to step 2. And step 2, you can see here that it's defined 9 roles, right? And we can look at all. So this is starts to talk to or address access control. I can look at permissions, and I can change those quickly by saying I can add them, view it, delete it, update or delete. So this is your CRUD for each one of those users. I might have very specific policies that I want to implement, or I might want to choose a template that would pre-populate all that information. I've got a data model designer, so I can manage my relationships. And so when I tie, to a target, then I can add the relationship, assuming I did that correctly. You can then see the cardinality drawn here. If I want to go out to prototyping, I can take a look at this form, and you can see that I've got kind of a master detail form. And if I choose to deploy this, I can deploy this. So for example, I might want to, actually let's go back, configure, manage, deploy. I might deploy this to a specific URL. I could configure that, obviously. Now, the other thing that you might want to do is to see what's going on in the background. So, what are the bugs that we currently have with this application? What's the inventory of libraries that we're using? Do we have any technical debt? Are there any custom functions that we built? So anyway, that is a quick overview of System Architect. This is for sale for $250. If you're interested, you can purchase this with a perpetual license, and you can use the LLM on the left-hand side to modify this to your heart's desire. If you have interest, please give us a reach out on Mobeliz.com. Thanks a lot.